What is Thanksgiving Day? What comes to mind when we think of Thanksgiving Day in the United States, which happens on the fourth Thursday of every November? Now, probably one of the first things that comes to mind is turkey, right? Lots and lots of turkey, together with other traditional food like mashed potato and gravy and stuffing and cranberries and corn and yam and decorative salads, squash, and maybe to top it all off like pumpkin pie or pecan pie with whipped cream on it, etc., right? All these things come to mind for us. Now, I'd like you to reflect on this question for a moment. If your whole life is a pilgrimage, like you're traveling, from like those going from England to the New World, if your whole life is a pilgrimage, then what are you most grateful for in your own journey of life? Now, think about this for a moment. I remember some time ago, I was talking to a group of high school students, and I asked them, what are you looking forward to the most on Thanksgiving Day? And let me share with you some of their responses. Number one is football and other sports, right? They're looking forward to sports, okay, having fun. Number two is shopping. Oh, I love to go out there, get my new big screen TV or a new computer, laptop, etc., right? Okay, well, number three is getting the day off to do nothing. Oh, I don't have to do anything on Thanksgiving Day, and so I'm grateful for that. Number four is like partying and having fun. And then number five they share is spending time with family and friends. And I always think this is very interesting because you see some elements of all of this during Thanksgiving Day. But here I want to talk about what Thanksgiving is really all about. It begins with gratitude. You see, what are you grateful for most in your life right now, right this very minute? It's an important question for all of us to reflect in our life, not only on Thanksgiving Day, which happens once a year, but every day of our life. Every day of our life. You see, I'd like to talk about Thanksgiving here, and I want to mention four very important points about Thanksgiving Day. But before I do that, I want to share with you a little brief history about Thanksgiving and how it came about with the story of the Mayflower. So it all started around August of 1620. You see, there was a group of pilgrims who went on board the Mayflower ship in England, and they were sailing to the New World. Their destination was Virginia. And before they could even go, their ship had some issues, right? And so, already that happened. Their ship had issues, and then eventually that issue was repaired, and then they all went on board the ship and they set sail to the New World. Now, there were over 100 passengers on the ship, over 100 pilgrims, and they left everything behind. They went on the ship in search of the New World, right? To start their life over again. And the story has it along the way, along their journey, they encountered major storms and a lot of problems out at sea. Some even died, right? And so there was a lot of wind, a lot of storm, and rather than ending up in Virginia as they had planned originally, they ended up in Massachusetts, right? In Plymouth. So they ended up way out there, and when they arrived, they don't have anything, right? And it was getting ready for winter. And so they came, and then the local Indians were there, helped them out as well. And then over the course of that winter, even more people died, right? And then of course, winter turned into spring, and then the weather got nice again. And then so they started planting, right? So they started planting, and then the following year in 1621, that fall, they gather everything, everything they planted. And as they were gathering all of that, they gave thanks to God, right? They gave thanks to God for their trip from far away from England all the way to America, the New World, and for them to be able to reap this bountiful harvest. They were grateful to God. In fact, if you look at some of the documents during around that time, it's so beautiful because all the references are made to God. They are grateful to God. They are thankful to God for all His blessings, for His providence in their life, etc. All these things are really beautiful. And over the course of time, as you see, this evolved. This tradition of giving thanks to God evolved. And you see it in every single culture. in every single society, right? Gratitude to the Creator, gratitude to God, in other words. And over the course of time, this celebration of Thanksgiving took place. So here I'd like to share 4 points, 4 very important points about Thanksgiving Day. Number 1 is we give thanks to God, right? We give thanks to God for all His gifts, all the blessings that God has given to us in our life. Now, again, if you look at the original story, original documents, they actually wrote it all down. These pilgrims are grateful to God. Now, remember that question I asked, if we're all on pilgrimage, right? What are we most grateful for in our life? If this world is a pilgrimage, if our life, if every day we're traveling on pilgrimage, then every day we should be grateful for a new day, for a new beginning, another day to live our life to the fullest, right? To do everything that God has given to us to do. Now, something else here is, as you see, giving thanks to God connects us with our faith. Because if we take a look, God gave to us everything, right? And in our faith in God, we give back to Him everything that He has given to us. And so I think it's very interesting. Whenever we go to a church service, or whenever we attend Holy Mass, for example, whenever we celebrate the Holy Eucharist, you know, the Eucharist means thanksgiving. It means giving thanks to God. And so we give thanks to God for everything. So on this day, as we celebrate Thanksgiving, remember that. Give thanks to God. Number 2 is family and friends. You see, Thanksgiving is best spent with family and friends, you know, our extended family, everybody coming together to celebrate this great meal together and to say thank you, right? To be grateful from our very hearts. Now, I know many of us live very busy lives. We have so many things going on, and we're distracted with many different things too. And sometimes we use that as an excuse too. You know, I'm so busy, I can't spend time with my family. I can't spend time with my friends. Well, you know, holidays, we get that day off to go and to spend time with those whom we love most, our family and our friends. You see, Thanksgiving is best spent with our family and friends. We come together this day to give thanks to God and to give thanks to our family and friends. And so it's so special for families to come together and to celebrate. It's beautiful, breaking bread and sharing this meal together. And so make sure to come together, celebrate Thanksgiving, and spend quality time together. This is so important, spending quality time with your family and your friends. Number 3 is to be grateful, right? To say thank you. Now, one of the things all of us as a little child, as we're growing up, is we're taught to say thank you, right? Hopefully our parents teach us, you know, oh, when someone gives you something, say thank you, right? Or when someone does something nice to you, say thank you. In fact, if we looked in every language, there is a similar word, right? Thank you. It's so important because sooner or later in our life, we have to use that word, right? Even if we're not grateful for anything, right? We still say thank you, you know, out of respect or out of because someone did something nice to us, etc., right? But if we go even deeper still, and if we're able to say that every single day from our heart, right? To be grateful and to say thank you more and more and more, then it helps us to live a happier and more fulfilled life. In fact, you know, studies have shown that those who are grateful tend to be happier and tend to be more fulfilled as well. And so gratitude comes deep within, from the very heart. And it's important for us to learn to say thank you every day, which then brings me to point number 4 and the final point. Thanksgiving is not a one-day event out of the year, right? But it is every day. Every day we should celebrate Thanksgiving. Every day we should be grateful. You know, gratitude is so important. If we can learn to practice gratitude every day and to say thank you every day, then, you know, we'll be very happy and fulfilled. And this is the secret to a lot of people who are successful. They attribute their success to gratitude, to always say thank you to other people and to have that gratitude. Now, I know sometimes too, people connect Thanksgiving with shopping, right? They say, oh, Thanksgiving is when I get to go shopping. Well, you know, unfortunately in our modern society today, right, shopping happens on Friday, like Black Friday, for example, right? But now it's creeping up into Thursday as well. And so I even know families who eat really quickly so then they can run to the store and wait in line for another 6 hours so then they can get their big screen TV or whatever it is they want to buy for maybe $100 off or 20% off, etc. Right? But besides the shopping, which sometimes can be fun or exciting, right? But don't do that just to get some, money off or whatever, right? Thanksgiving though, spend quality time with God, with your family, and to be grateful every day. That's the main message I want to share here. If we think about Thanksgiving, if we think about the history of Thanksgiving and everything that happened, when we talk about the history and we talk about this very special day, take the time to really look back in your life and to say thank you and to be grateful. And so again, I want to leave you with this very question I've asked earlier. If your whole life is a pilgrimage, like those pilgrims traveling from England all the way to the US, then what are you most grateful for in your journey of life right now? May God bless you.